Welcome back, trainers, and in this video we're going to be taking a look at my first battle in the next season of Go Battle League Max Out, and with the changes of many different moves as well as the addition to other Pokemon's move pools. For this video here, what we're going to be taking a look at is Mud Slap on the Gastrodon, which has went from 11 to 12 power, and the energy generation has increased as well for Mud Slap. And then on the Clotsire, we do have Poison Sting, which is going to be going from 3 power to 4. And then on the Gastrodon again, we do have Body Slam. Unfortunately for this one, it went from 60 to 50 power, so a little bit of a nerf on that Body Slam there. And then Rock Slide is going to be on Dunsparce, and that is going to be from 75 to 65 power. But also on the Dunsparce, we do have Rollout, which has went from a 5 power per turn to 8. A whopping massive jump there for Dunsparce, and it's absolutely amazing for it. So with that said, let's go ahead and have a little fun here with this team. Seems like it's a little bit of a ground type orientated team going on here, except for Dunsparce, of course, that is going to be normal, but it does have a ground move, so everything does have ground. On the Clotsire, we are going to be going with Earthquake as well as Sludge Bomb, and of course that, not new, but the increased and new and improved Poison Sting. So let's have a little fun here with our first battles, and I'm going to tell you right out the gate here, Dunsparce is just nasty. Okay, Dunsparce is just a nasty little son of a gun. Okay, I was having a blast with this thing. So looks like we have the Beetles out here, the Alolan Dugtrio, which does have the, newly updated Mud Slap, so there is that going on for it. And you do have to remember, during your first battles of the beginning of the season, you may run into unconventional Pokemon. Yet again, the meta has switched up pretty significantly, so you may just see all kinds of different things here when it comes down to what you were seeing before, because some moves were taken down a peg or two, while others have been lifted up, and now it's just going to be more beneficial to run those moves instead of before. Alright, so with that said though, Gastrodon was, everything was. On this team, everything did great. I was having a great old time here. Alrighty, so my Go Plus was trying to connect, so you'll see that kind of lagging here. It was skipping, but I can't blame it for this battle, but it hasn't got any better for the season here. Alright, so Clotsire is rank 1, folks. Let's get this one out of the way here. This is the new rank 1 for the Open Great League. A little nasty son of a gun. Actually, I don't even think you can call it little, but this thing is funny. I like the way it looks, the way its movements, everything's kind of just like a little clunky old silly thing. So it's nice to see it rising up to number 1 here. Pretty awesome stuff. As far as going with its Community Day Megahorn, don't think you really want to do that, okay? You could run Stone Edge too. Shoot, you could even go with Earthquake and Stone Edge, but I don't know. That's up to you. I personally think Sludge Bomb is just going to be pretty nice. And then that third move, you kind of just switch it out, whatever you want to do, depending on the team you have. Almost went with Stone Edge, but I didn't because I was finding myself needing Earthquake quite a bit, and it worked out nicely. All right, Dunsparce. This is my favorite one out of the 3 that I'm using currently right here. With that rollout increased, it is just absolutely insane. Now, Rock Slide did get nerfed too, so that is also taking a hit as well. And you'll find me just going with the other charge move the whole time pretty much, unless I am encountered some sort of a flyer or a whatever, something that's weak to rock. All right, next game we're met with a Sceptile. Let's get into the commentary here. All right, so Leaf Blade's going to do a lot, or even if they have Frenzy Plant, they're going to be going with Leaf Blade. And then swapping into a Pidgeot, we're going to go ahead and bring in the Dunsparce here, as that rollout is going to be doing some pretty good damage now. Gosh, it's so awesome. So this is obviously a case where you go with the Rock Slide, despite it being nerfed, because of course that is going to be a flying type. Hitting me with an Aerial Ace, pretty interesting choice there, very neat. Again, you're going to run into all kinds of different things in the beginning of the season, so just ride it out. But then again, just write it out as if it's a bad thing. It's like, well, this is the time to enjoy it for once, right? It's not all these super desperate tryhards, which I refrain from saying that anymore because that's what it's all about, right? So it's kind of like weird to say, oh, these desperate tryhards. It's like, what do you want them to like not try? But you know what I mean. Anyways, taking out that Sceptile, and they do have a Golem in the back. Man, this is why the beginning of the season is so interesting. So, of course, we're going to go for the Earthquake, take it out. Pidgeot comes back into the battle here, and we are going to go for the Sludge Bomb. We'll let this go here. think it's an aerial ace again, no problem. And we're going to go ahead and just throw that and take the win here. Personally, I think out of all three of these, I mean, you want to give them all a try. Honestly, they're all ranked pretty high now. But Dunsparce, something about it. Plus, I had that shiny on deck. I actually have a couple of those. Look forward to a pretty neat video later. I'm going to go out to a very beautiful place and kind of just catch new Pokemon and try to do a vlog style, maybe. Those always do horrible, so I'll probably skip it and just go out there for fun with Athena. I did see a porcupine yesterday, first time in my life, which is pretty crazy. And I got a story for you all. I'll tell it another time. So up against Kingdra here. Letting the Octazooka go. We both use one shield at this point. So I'm going to go ahead and bring in the Gastrodon to farm them down with that massive energy, plus them being a shadow. They are bringing in a Azumarill here, and we are just going to go ahead and go with that Earth Power, seeing that, you know, Body Slam has been nerfed, and you're not getting stabbed from that either. So, yeah, a little unfortunate there. Body Slam was all over the place on a lot of good Pokemon that relied on that move quite a bit, and now that it's nerfed, those things are going to be suffering, that's for sure. So we do have one shield left. We're going to let that go. We don't want to use that here. And bringing in the Dunsparce, I think we get to the drill run here. We farm up a little extra just so we can hold on to that health as well as that shield too. And what do they have in the back? It's a Noctowl. So when it comes to this thing, Sky Attack has been increased as far as the damage, but the energy required as well. So they're not going to be able to spam it like before. So we should be able to get to 2 Rock Slides here. Beautiful. I don't think Sky Attack would have taken us out anyways. Dunsparce can take a pretty good hit. And we're getting to 2 of them. We're going to go ahead and take the win here up against that Noctowl with our spammy Dunsparce. Let's get it. So I do believe this is going to be our first set. And of course, we get a 5-0 here. You know how it goes. In the beginning, no bragging or nothing. But you have to also consider that everybody's getting better, and a lot of people that don't like it too much are dropping off, although there is quite a few new people that start off the season that you will be encountering. But a lot of these people are previous legends, all right? Or at least high-ranked people. When you start playing the first day right away, you'll just be seeing them all over the place. So don't discredit yourself like, oh, these people are easy. Like, you know, you're doing pretty all right. I mean, there are exceptions. Anyways, up against the Azumarill, they're going to be retreating into a Whiscash with Water Gun. We're going to go ahead and swap into the Gastrodon here, as we are going to be part ground, so the water's going to do, you know, we are water too, so it just kind of neutralized. Gastrodon, I used it in the main series games a little bit. Sometimes I think it had the move Storm Drain, so it recovered when it got hit by water. But yeah, I think that was pretty short-lived using this. Anyways, we are building up to that Body Slam. We're going to go ahead and throw that right away onto the unfortunate Skarmory. I was just blind throwing there, so not too good. Earth Power would have at least done a little bit more damage up against that Steel and Flying type, as ground can still hit flying in Pokemon Go. Like Ghost can hit normal, and normal can hit Ghost, which makes no sense. All right, and then Dragon... or Dragonkin can hit Fairy too, right? These are moves that just completely void each other out. That was a glitch, or not a glitch. That was me getting up because somebody knocked on my door. It was actually a package, and I kind of screwed up the screen there. So wasn't trying to cheat or nothing. I just left it in there so you can see. Anyways, building up to the Earth Power. We're going to go ahead and throw that right about now. Look at that. See, doing that much more damage. Swapping into the Clodsire. And I thought I was going to lose this because I did accidentally tap out of the app. And I was like, oh, come on. But we are still taking that win. Excelente. Moving it on. Leading with Clodsire the entire time. Met with a Camerupt here. All right. Very interesting. So, let's see. They're going to be retreating into a Shadow Politoed. We're going to go ahead and just throw the Sludge Bomb here. Do a little bit of damage. Quite a bit of damage, actually. About half. And then bring in the Dunsparce as... I don't know. I just wanted to bring this thing in here. Actually, technically, because... we do have the Gastrodon to go up against the Camerupt, which is going to do quite a bit. Although Rock or Rollout would have done a pretty good amount of damage to it too, because it's fire, right? But gonna go ahead. Oh wait, no, it's part ground. Yeah, no, never mind. Still hurting it though. Gonna go ahead and go for the Drill Run here, as the Rock Slide will kind of just neutralize it because of the ground type on the Camerupt. So I think I bring in the Clodsire here by accident. I wasn't paying attention. Should have bring in the Gastrodon. And we're going to go ahead and shield up that Earth Power. And I think we're going to let this one go. doing a lot of damage. We survive, but we swap. So we do have a Sludge Bomb ready to go with about 1 or 2 HP, and they have a Tentacruel in the back, which is going to be taking massive damage. So they have 2 Pokemon weak to ground on this team. Sounds good to me. And we're going to go ahead and throw the Body Slam here. Unfortunately, nerfed. Oh, it would have been enough to take him out, but the next quick move does the job. We are shieldless at this point, so we're going to go ahead and just throw the Body Slam, start to put on the pressure here. They use their last one, and we get to the next one, and this should be almost enough, plus one more quick move. Oh, never mind. That's good enough, and we take the win. Let's keep it moving here. Clotsire versus Pelipper. Now, Stone Edge would be amazing to have in this situation here, but guess what? We don't have it, and I don't regret it. We're just going to have to deal with it, and they're going to be able to throw the super effective Weather Ball, so I just go ahead and get a shield out of them, swap into the Dunsparce, and we're just going to go ahead and just spam the Rock Slide here. And we're getting both shields right away while we're still holding on to both of ours. I'm going to go ahead and let this go. Hitting me with a Weather Ball. They're retreating, and you know they have a ton of health, or not health, well, energy left on that Pelipper. And they're bringing in a Lantern. Sweet. We're going to go ahead and just hit them with that Drill Run. And we're going to let this Surf go. So Surf has been buffed as well. So much like the Sky Attack, it's actually requiring more energy, but it's also doing more damage too. So that's going to be pretty interesting using Kyogre now in Master League. I know there's a lot of other Pokemon, but Master League's my jam, all right? So they have a Quagsire back there, and that's no problem because we still have 2 shields, and they are shieldless, so this is obviously going to be a win here. We're just going to go ahead and bring in the Gastrodon. We can technically just let their charge move go. Even if they had Stone Edge, it's not very effective because we're part ground, so we'll let that go. Of course, hitting me with a Mud Bomb, and we're taking them out here, and their last Pokemon is going to be that Pelipper. We are, of course, going to go ahead and shield this up, and then go for a Body Slam. I don't know if this is actually going to be enough here. Let's see. Should be pretty much. All right, one more quick move, and we take that win with Gastrodon. Moving it on to the next game, folks. If you can hit that like button, that'd be much appreciated. Machamp, folks. That's another big one for this season here. Karate Chop, huh? So energy gain is up, right? And also, is it Brick Break? It's been, or Cross Chop. That's the one. Yeah, Cross Chop has been, it's been buffed too. So they have Rock Slide and Cross Chop. So they revealed both moves. They do not have payback, so we can let all this go and then farm them all the way down to Funky Town. You already know. And they have a Malamar back there. So we're going to go ahead and just throw the Sludge Bomb and go ahead and go for another one here. And they're letting them both go. Sounds great to me. We're definitely going to let this go. There's really no need to shield. At this point, we can pretty much farm them down, I'm hoping, with the Gastrodon, and we're getting there. Got some nice skippy lag going on, and they have a Feraligatr in the back, which we are going to be resisting the Shadow Claw on the Dunsparce because of the normal typing, and we're going to take decent damage because that is a Shadow Feraligatr with Stab, and we are part ground, so it is going to do a decent amount. At this point, it should almost KO. So we're going to go ahead and shield up the first one, knowing they're pretty much at the next one. We're just doing so much damage with that quick move on the Gastrodon that I decided to just shield it up. So down we go, in comes the Dunsparce, and we take the win with Rollout. Moving it on to the next game here. Met with a Bastodon. Fantastic. Pretty much the whole team's going to be good up against that. So they're swapping into a Victory Bell, which is amazing because it would absolutely melt away the Gastrodon, right? So we're just going to stay right where we're at because this is pretty much the best matchup for us. Well, Dunsparce and Gastrodon can both do a lot of damage and take on Bastodon. So we're looking amazing here. Gonna go for the Sludge Bomb, building up to almost 2 here, expecting them to bring it back in, but they're bringing in Feraligatr. So we're gonna go ahead and go for the Sludge Bomb. Could have made it to the Earthquake, but I figured they're gonna use a shield, and they're using their last one too, and they're throwing before we get to our next Sludge Bomb, which is great. Use up that energy. And we're going to go ahead and bring in Dunsparce to handle this Feraligatr at this point. I'm expecting them to swap. Even if they do, I'm going for Drill Run. It's still super effective. But they're swapping there, and we're going to go ahead and just bring in the Gastrodon. I'm pretty sure they back out at this point. Yeah, makes sense. I would too. There's really no point to keep on fighting there. Good game. And we're going to be met with a... Oh, we got a mirror match going on here, folks. Let's get it on. All right, Clotsire versus Clotsire. They look so goofy. Look at these things. All right, so I'm guessing they have Earthquake too. I mean, it's only my luck. Only my odds, I should say. I mean, there's no way I would go up against a Clotsire mirror match and it had Sludge Bomb and Stone Edge. There's no way. No way the algorithm will allow that. So they're swapping to catch. Very clever swap. Very nice there. Very clean. And bringing in a Licky, which is now going to be rising up in ranks too because of the rollout. All right, but you got to remember that Body Slam is... it's been nerfed, so it's not going to be doing as much, but still gets stabbed, so looking pretty all right. Hitting me with an Earthquake. Okay. Now, this thing could also have Shadow Ball, too. Go figure. Again, it would have Earthquake instead of Shadow Ball. Okay. Yes. Right. I'm not complaining, though. I just find it funny at this point because it's so obvious. Anyway, I'm halfway joking. All right, so they're bringing in Machamp here. We better get this off quick before they take us out. All right, 2 drill runs for the win here. Getting a shield out of them in the first one and doing half health. They are shieldless at this point. Bringing in the Clotsire. There's really nothing they can do if they don't have payback here. Cross chop, let's go. All right, getting to the Sludge Bomb here, which should be enough to take them out. If not, then pretty close. All right. Oh, of course it was. Okay, I didn't see their health. All right, back in here with the Clotsire up against our Gastrodon. They're pretty much done for. And it has Stone Edge and Earthquake. Very interesting. Very interesting. All right, next game. What are we going to see? X-Legend on the way here, folks. We are up against a Mandibuzz. I'm sure there was other X-Legends. I just didn't call them out or see their pose or whatever the case, but this one's clear. So we're going to go ahead and go for the Sludge Bomb. Stone Edge would be nice, but we don't have it, so we deal with it. Still going to be able to put up a pretty stinking good fight up against this thing here. They do for the Dark Pulse, and then they just start spamming Aerial Ace. And then a Dark Pulse at the end, I'm pretty sure. If that's how I remember the battle here. Let's see what happens. Another Dark Pulse. They start going for Aerial Aces at this point. So again, we're just going to keep on spamming them with the Sludge Bomb here. Of course, Stone Edge would be preferred, obviously, in this situation. And if you're thinking, well, you're in pretty much a lot of situations where you need Stone Edge more so than Earthquake. Actually, I think you're right, yeah. I was just enjoying Earthquake, and I still did fine. So we'll see. We'll probably change it to Stone Edge later. Bringing in the Dunsparce to farm them down with the rollout. Unfortunately, they're going to be able to get to a Dark Pulse and doing a decent amount of damage. No worries here. But they are bringing in a Clotsire, which is amazing for me because, well, we have Drill Run. Still not doing that much and not too much of a threat as well. And maybe it's not that good of a situation as I was thinking it was. So we're going to go ahead and swap into the Gastrodon. I was hoping to potentially catch a Sludge Bomb here, but they're clever. They're more clever than that. This is an X-Legend I'm dealing with here. I mean, they're elite. Come on. What am I talking about? All right, so we're going to go for the Body Slam up against this, what is this here? Toxapex, that's right. It's been so long, I haven't said that thing's name, man. You guys, I'm skipping Go Battle League, like, a couple of days sometimes. Not right now. Towards the end of the last season, I just wasn't feeling it. But this Toxapex is not looking good here. It's suffering pretty bad. All right, there's Shieldless. We bring in the Dunsparce. We are going to shield this up, and then I do believe they just swap immediately. Yeah, we're just going to go for the Drill Run, and then we take the win here. Look at that. Look at that. Pretty good stuff. And we do have, I do believe, one more battle for you folks. So if you can hit that like button, that'd be much appreciated. And I will have another video for you later today. All right, so up against Talonflame here. So another Stone Edge situation. We got to kind of fake it. Going to build up a little more energy. They are shielding up. Perfect. Sounds good to me. And we will let this go here. No problem. Roll out. We can handle that with the Dunsparce. I'm pretty sure I shield this up here. All right. Kind of putting on the pressure, and they are going to swap. And we're just going to go ahead and go for Earthquake, do some good damage up against their own Gastrodon. And we're going to go ahead and bring in our own as well, because Rollout's not doing much, and I kind of really want to spam them with that quick move. Unfortunately, they're getting to their charge move, which is going to be Earth Power, and it's going to do a decent amount there. But that's okay. We'll take care of business. And they do have an Azumarill back there. Going to go for the Earth Power. They're going to be able to farm me down, which is going to leave them with quite a bit of energy here. And not particularly great for me. So I do bring in the Clodsire. I think I shield this up. I don't remember. Wow, letting it go. Incredible. All right, they immediately swap, which I was counting on. And at this point, I'm not going to say we have it in the bag, but it's going to be pretty close, and we're going to be looking pretty good. So the key is to farm them down here, and we do great. Now we want to throw immediately because we're pretty much capped out on our energy, and we don't want to waste quick move energy gain here. So go in for that first one, and then we're going to build up to almost 2 again. And just spam them here. Dunsparce will be able to survive to get to the next drill run, and we take the win. We actually have another battle. I didn't know. I thought it was the last one. All right, looking good. All right. Actually, no. I think that's it. We're just showing our rewards here. There you go, folks. If you did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up. This season's looking pretty good. Thank you for watching and take care.